Have you seen the video that has gone viral? Philadelphia Phillies game, home run coming into the stands. One man shoots out from over, uh, facing from the right towards where the ball hits. There's a woman who's reaching down by her feet. Couple people all around. Everybody's trying to scramble for the ball. Now, the guy that ran over, he's a dad. He ran over probably 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seats all the way over to try to grab that ball. He got it, took it back to his son, who's probably about 9, I don't know, and gave it to him. Then this Karen comes over and yells at him and grabs him by the arm. So you know what? After going back and forth a little bit, he just takes the ball from his son and gives it to her. He goes like this, "Get out of here." A little bit later on, actually, and here's the confrontation. I've got audio of it. The confrontation with this man. Listen to this. You took it from me. You took it from me. Now listen, the first time I saw this, my wife brought this up to me in the car. She saw it before me, which is unusual, but she saw it before me, and she was telling me all this. I said, "Well, I saw the video, and it looked like he ran in from out of his section, his kind of immediate area, and all the way to hers and grabbed it. But we didn't see the before. Well, we've seen the before now in a better video that has more context. And the ball's anybody's ball. I at first was on her side, believe it or not. I was at first on her side because I said this guy comes in and invades her space and grabs it. But when you go backwards a few more seconds in the video, you see the ball come in there and everybody's going for it like always. This guy runs in there like anybody else can. He doesn't take it out of her hand. He got it. And she's like, "You took it from me. You took it from me." If it's not in your hand, it's not yours. He didn't take it from you. So thankfully, I got to see better video, and she is a Karen, and she's wrong, and she thinks that anything like at her feet and in the immediate vicinity is hers. Well, I don't think there's anything in a ticket. I've never heard of anything tickets ever having any explanation saying the ball is yours if it lands near your feet. Get out of here with that crap. So that is the Karen. There's a little bit more of her going after this guy. Okay, so that's some of the audio. Not easiest to make out, but there it is. Meanwhile, this woman, people are going after the woman online, and they thought they found her. A woman ID'd as the Phillies Karen turns out not to be the one that everybody thought. She says, "I am not the crazy Philly mom. I wish I was as thin as she was, and it can move as fast. And plus, I'm a Red Sox fan." Red Sox fan. That's funny. The guy that hit the ball is a Westchester County native, Harrison Bader. I'm assuming, well, that might be Westchester, New York, actually, which is what makes sense to me because it's New York Post report that I'm reading about this. But the there's somebody else they thought did it, and she works for the school district in New Jersey, and the New Jersey school district wrote anyone who work first of all, the New Jersey school said, "No, she does not work for us. She never has been an employee of us. That is not her at our school district." And then they also said this great ad: "Anyone who works for our school district, attended as a student, or lives in our community would obviously have caught the ball barehanded in the first place, avoiding this entire situation." Now, the player who did hit that home run, Westchester County uh, native Harrison Bader, he actually met with the kid after the game. If you've seen this in the video, the Phillies sent somebody out, a woman with a bunch of swag in a bag. It looked like official baseballs, and some other merchandise, and she was real sweet to him. Apparently, after the game, the star player that hit that home run that I just mentioned, Bader, came out and gave him an autographed bat and took some pictures with him. So there you go. But that Karen, I'm with you. That Karen is a Karen, and she deserves to be embarrassed on national television and social media with those pictures of her acting a fool. Now, did you see and I have not seen the unedited version, but the thug on the train in Charlotte, North Carolina, coming up from behind her, actually, just he's sitting behind her. If you've seen the video, this tiny little, beautiful young lady, beautiful young woman. You can't tell because she's got a cap on. And she's wearing a shirt because she actually works. She has a job. And she was in her pizzeria uniform at 9:46, got on the train, and then within, I don't know, a minute or two, This guy who's homeless, who has a long rap sheet, including 5 years in prison for robbery with a deadly weapons charge. Also, he has larceny, robbery. I already mentioned that one with a dangerous weapon and communicating threats. So there he is with a long rap sheet sitting behind her on a train. She sits down in front of him. You can see in the video he opens up what appears to be a knife, and he's now arrested for stabbing her to death. Stabbed her in the throat from behind. This tiny little sweet, beautiful girl. Stabbed her in the throat from behind and two other places. She died on the train. So what is the response? What is the response? And by the way, Trump was asked about this. Here's that audio.
The roof guy who was stabbed multiple times on a Charlotte subway. You've seen this video, and do you have any reaction to it?
Yeah, and where was the subway? Was where?
She was in Charlotte on a light train. She stabbed multiple times by a
Horrible. No, I haven't heard. When did this happen?
It happened in August, but the video just came
Oh,
out.
I see. Yeah, I see the video. I'll know all about it by tomorrow morning. Thank you. Yeah.
Look for them to take some action on this too, because the mayor of Charlotte is a super woke Democrat, Mayor Lyles. She released a statement not condemning criminals, not condemning crime, not saying we need to put people that are mentally ill like this guy in a mental health facility. No. By the way, court records. This guy, previous contact with the cops, he apparently called 911 one time, and the cops showed up for a welfare check, and he talked about chemicals inside of his body controlling his thoughts and how he eats and stuff. So the guy's got serious mental illness problems, it appears. So now comes the mayor, Liberal Democrat Mayor Lyles from Charlotte, and she says, she released this statement. Listen to this. The suspect appeared to have struggled with mental health and suffered a crisis, she says. We will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. By the way, when somebody is a threat to themselves or others and they will not take their medication and they're out of control, they need to be locked up so they don't kill somebody. And this mayor's response is, we'll never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. Mental health disease is just that, a disease like anything else that needs to be treated with the same compassion, diligence, and commitment as cancer or heart disease. This woman is a moron. This is evil. Sure, he's mentally ill, but he is a danger to himself and to others. And he should have been locked up in a mental facility. And here she comes saying, feel sorry for him. There's no difference between him and somebody who gets cancer. This is the left. This is how the left thinks. They don't believe in evil. The mayor says also, she added that people living on the streets are more often the victims of crime than the perpetrators. She's committed to working to improve services. Okay, so here's the deal. Whether you're mentally ill or not, if you're going to kill somebody or beat somebody or you continue to have these rap sheets, you cannot be free. That's it. I've said this over and over again. And the people that have mentally ill people in their home and they call the cops and they end up getting shot and killed, unfortunately, those are often, in my opinion, family members who have not done what needed to be done, which is have their loved one involuntarily committed into a mental institution. And so it's just disgusting for her to say that and excuse it away as if there's no difference between him and somebody who has cancer. There's choices, and if you can't make choices, you need to be locked up. That's all there is to it. And that's one of the things President Trump is pushing for. We need to have the mentally ill people who cannot take their meds, or who won't take their meds, who can't control themselves, off the streets. Hey, speaking of being on the streets and such, I have a privilege in between all my fill-ins. Just got back from New York the other day and had a long 24-hour sleep, at least most of the day. But in between filling in for television and radio opportunities I have all over the country, I also help fundraise for a local DFW group that helps women who have been sex trafficked to get their lives back, to rebuild their lives, to get the ability to not, and also women who are coming out of the incarceration system, women who are rebuilding their lives, getting the confidence through counseling and care to be able to ask the judge to give them a second chance to get custody of their children. So this ministry helps women who have been sex trafficked to rebuild their lives and to get back into mainstream society and to make something of themselves and their lives, and to realize it's not their fault. And as I mentioned, other women who are coming out of incarceration or prostitution. These are some of the biggest areas. They do other sorts of counseling as well for family, children. so many different things, but it's called Thrive Counseling Services. And North Texas Giving Day is on now. Early giving is now. So I want you to go to North Texas Giving Day and type in Thrive Counseling Services, Thrive Counseling Services. And I'm going to put it on these links, all the links for today's show. I'm going to put it up there. North Texas Giving Day, Thrive Counseling Services. I've already given. Every dollar is matched for every dollar. And you're making a huge difference in the lives of women who have no advocate oftentimes except for the counselors at Thrive Counseling Services. Great organization. Sex trafficking is way out of control. Trump was asked by this crazed leftist reporter, I'm sure you remember her, Yamiche Alindor. She's a White House correspondent for NBC News. And she was responding to, watch this great meme Trump put up about Chicago and the surge that's coming. There we go. As you can see there, I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. So there he is channeling Apocalypse Now and the part of the great Bobby Duvall in 1979. It's a great movie. I saw that with my son, and we loved it very much. We also saw Full Metal Jacket like a month or two ago. Oh, been a while since I've seen that one. Okay, here we go. With this response to the apocalypse now, or apocalypse now, as Trump had it. With response to that, the left is its heads are blowing up. J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, of course, says the president is threatening to go to war with an American city. See, he did this on purpose. He's peeving them off, and then they act like idiots to make him look good. So J.B. Pritzker says the president's threatening to go to war with an American city. This is not a joke. This is not normal. Donald Trump isn't a strong man. He's a scared man. Yeah, he's scared. Nobody believes that. Scared of what? What's he scared of? You? No, he's messing with you, and he's going to take those criminals and throw them in jail against your wishes. And once again, you're going to be embarrassed like Muriel Bowser kind of was, but she straightened out because she realizes that's what her constituents want, and people are healthy and safe. So, J.B. Pritzker wrote, Trump is not a strong man. He's a scared man. Illinois won't be intimidated by a wannabe dictator. All right, he's got to answer. What is Trump scared of? It makes no sense. Gavin Newsom, all caps, do not allow yourself to become numb to this. Like to all of us, this isn't right. Do not allow yourselves to become numb to this. Okay. Oh, I'm serious. I take it seriously. Okay. Tammy Duckworth, a Democrat from Illinois, senator from Illinois, called the president a draft dodger, whatever. Bill Kristol, that guy went off the farm about 10, 15 years ago. I don't know, man. Boy, does that guy, he's way, way gone. He's put one word, fascism. That poor guy. He fell off the turnip truck a long time ago. David Axelrod. Now, David Axelrod is the only one that has a brain up here because he's not triggered. Instead, he can think for himself. Unlike these other people I just mentioned, David Axelrod wrote, he's trying, all caps trying, he's trying to provoke a confrontation. Don't take the bait, Chicagoans. He's the only one that figured it out. By the way, he has said, as other, smart Democrats have said, dude, take the help. Take a win with it. Show that you can compromise. So in their own fervor and hatred of Donald Trump, they're going to actually hurt themselves once again and help Donald Trump to make him look good. So go ahead, be our guest, right? Okay. You saw. What are we told about the raids on ICE raids, immigration raids on the weed farm we had in Charlotte when I was there doing it? I wasn't there, but I was filling in for a week there at the big station there, big talk station there, WBT. When I was doing that, there was a raid on a. It's like a fire fighting company. They make flame retardant things and fire extinguishers and alarms and all sorts of stuff. They rounded up several dozen people and cuffed them and stuffed them for immigration issues, right? And every time any immigration raid is done, whether it be at the weed farm in California, where Gavin Newsom is mad that the miners who are being forced into slave labor to make weed, he got mad that got busted up and those kids got saved out of there. But every time something happens, any kind of an action, they say, they're going after black and brown people. Well, we just saw the largest raid in the history of ICE and Homeland Security. 475 people rounded up in a workplace raid at a Hyundai factory, of course, in our great country, in Georgia. So I thought they were supposed to only go after brown and black people. I thought they would. I've never heard the left get mad and their heads blow up about rounding up Asians. Isn't that interesting? They have rounded up and deported Irish, about 56 of them. Now they round up 475 people, at least 300 of them Koreans. They were arrested at the Hyundai plant, and here's what they're accused of. Some of them had crossed the border illegally. Others overstayed visas or entered under waivers that barred them from even working. So I love how Hyundai says, "Whoa, we none of the workers were directly employed by us. We don't know anything. Whoa, yeah, yeah." Um, I love that. I have no idea what's going on. Really, really. So that's a massive, I think, EV battery factory. And Trump's is with this raid. He didn't back down from it, but he said something to the effect on this blah, 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 blah. Something about, he supports the raid, he has no problem with it, and that if we need to extend some stuff, if there's companies like Hyundai that are coming in and they need their workers from South Korea to come in and train our workers, but you ain't stealing our jobs. So he's willing to work with places like this if you need an extension, but you can't pull this crap. So he's not backing down from it, nor should he. And South Korea is pissed, but their fault. You don't want that happening? Actually, it's not their fault. I don't know if it is. The point is, they should not be upset about this. They should say, "We're sorry about that. We're going to make corrective measures." They're sending over a charter plane to take all 300 of them back and get them out of here. Okay, so that's what we got on that. And last but not least, Trump warns Hamas. This is your last warning: hostage deal or else. And I read something over the weekend that what the real deal on this is that Trump has not allowed Israel to attack and kill Hamas and Hamas leaders outside of Gaza, except, of course, when they were in Iran. And the number two, I think it was Ismail Haniyeh. Can't remember which one of the top three Hamas terrorists it was that ran the whole show. But one of them was taken out when he went to Iran. If you recall, I went nuts on that. He was in town to welcome the new President Ibrahim Raisi, and there was huge, massive ceremonies. And he shook his hand. Everybody was happy. We love you. Thank you. Thanks for training and arming us to kill Jews. And then he comes back from the ceremony. He took his picture with the new president, and then comes back from the ceremony at his compound that Iran has for high value people to keep in the compound, keep them safe. And wouldn't you know, he comes back and remember that? That was okay, but Trump has not allowed Israel to assassinate Hamas and its leaders in other countries such as Qatar or Qatar, depending on who you're asking for pronunciation. That may be off the table soon. He might let Israel kill him anywhere, anytime if this deal doesn't go through. That's one of the things I read. It's not confirmed, but that's what I read yesterday. But today we know that Trump said this is it. I want every one of the hostages home, all caps home. Everyone wants this war to end. The Israelis have accepted my terms. It's time for Hamas to accept as well. I've warned Hamas about the consequences of not accepting. It's my last warning. There will be no other one. So I support Israel going in there and finishing it off and killing every Hamas member can. They're not going to extinguish him fully, but they need to be in there. They need to occupy for a year, 2 or 3, and let these Arab nations that have said that they're interested, like Egypt and some other ones, Saudi Arabia, I think, and some others that will be kind of in charge of a plan to run Gaza with a bunch of these Arab nations there, not Hamas. So this is why they can't have nice things. And remember, the people of Gaza voted in Hamas twice. People of Gaza, 72% of them after October 7th happened, or after the slaughter and murder and rape of Jews and the kidnapping of 250 or so Jews, sexual torture and physical torture in captivity, some of them in their backyard, in their back rooms in their homes, civilians, allowing them to stay there and be tortured and beaten. Hamas, 72% of them after October 7th said, "We love Hamas, we support them, we're still with them." So this is what they want, and that's why no person from Gaza should ever be allowed into this country. We already have some. Rashida Tlaib, an anti-Semite, a Jew hater, and an America hater. We don't want you. No. No. There's a reason why no Muslim, nation in the world will take them, because a lot of them have, three-fourths of them pretty much have a bent towards terrorism and killing Jews. Not in my country.